It's on!
It's on.
Good morning,
it's
everyone.
On.
Well, I guess it's afternoon where Jeremiah is, but welcome to a special presentation here at Laughing Place. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the co-founder of Laughing Place. For those maybe first finding us, I've been writing about the Disney company since about 1998. My husband and I co-founded Laughing Place, and we still love and enjoy visiting the Disney parks, talking about it, sharing all the fun that we have with everyone around the world. And joining me right now is Jeremiah Good, our East Coast theme park correspondent and my personal go-to Disney historian. How you doing, Jeremiah?
I am good. Yeah. Not only am I, the go-to Disney historian, which I love that title. I I have been attending the D23 Expos, Destination Ds, anything I could possibly attend since its inception. I wasn't a first day member because I didn't have the money to join, but I was definitely a what does it say on my membership? Founding member? Hang on, let me pull out my D23 Gold member.
We're excited to
It
share
doesn't even say
information.
anymore.
We're excited to share information. Today Disney's D23 shared information about the upcoming expo. The expo itself is going to be in September, and the dates are somewhere here on this piece of paper in front of me, but my eye is not falling directly on it.
September
Everything
9th through the 11th.
Thank you. I'm like, everything in front of me is about the fact that tickets go on sale. January.
Let me make sure that it's right. January 20th, the tickets go on sale.
Yes.
But to just jump right into the first bit of information they gave us, the tickets go on sale on the 19th if you are a Visa card holder, which pretty much if you're a Visa card holder, you're most of the world. They go on sale the day before to gold members, but, and we're talking over the thing that was making me cry, so we'll go back.
It's okay.
This year, something that is very unique is it is the only going to be, tickets are only available to purchase if you are a D23 member. You can either be the complimentary membership or the gold member, but if you're a gold member, you get a $10 discount on a one-day ticket and a $30 discount on the three-day ticket, which is great. I know you have the graphics in it. But that is, definitely incentive to be a gold member to save the $30 per ticket. And gold members can purchase 2 tickets at the discounted rate and then additional tickets at the regular rate. I just got the clarification on that which the regular rate for a 3-day ticket is $279. For a 3-day ticket for a gold member is $229. So
I'm going to go ahead and start bringing those graphics up so that we can make sure that everybody gets the information that they need regarding the event pricing. Once again, tickets will be going on sale January 20th unless you are a Visa card holder and paying with that Visa card. Then there is a 24-hour pre-sale window, but mostly they're announcing the ticket price. The ticket sales begin on January 20. Here is the breakdown of what the pricing will be for this event. This is the D23 Expo that's happening in September of 2020 in Anaheim, California. It's a multi-day event, all things Disney. What are you saying to me?
You said 2020.
Yeah, I know. Oh, no, thank you. 2022. Sorry, I dropped off a 2 there. I rewind. Yeah. Back in time. And single day ticket admission for adults is $89 with $79 for kids if you are a gold member. And this gold member is a paid subscription that you can find on the D23 website. If you are a D23 general member, that's a complimentary membership. It can be found on the D23 website. What you'll have to do in that case is you'll scroll below the other gold membership descriptions, and underneath that it says not yet ready to be gold. and then you can join there. And if you are an active member of D23 through that status, your ticket price for a single day will be $99 with $79 for kids. And then you can see if you buy a 3-day ticket, you're dealing with $229 as a gold member status and $279 as a general member. Yes, Jeremiah.
$50 discount, not $30 discount like my math was not good at.
And
and then things.
Oh no, I was just going to say, and they're getting, and this year we aren't seeing that sorcerer package announced. What they have they're offering is what preferred seating for Hall D23. That I'm guessing that's that large venue that they utilize, and you'll have a preferred seating, and that's an $8.99 price point for the 3 days. That tends to be a very limited ticket. If that's something that you're interested in, that usually is gone within that type of elite ticketing tends to go very quickly. So make your decision early so that you can be ready to dial when the time drops.
Well, one of the big things I just got off the live stream that had Michael Vargo and all of the D23 executives talking. The preferred seating is something that they did this past November at Destination D, which isn't the sorcerer package or the things they've done in the past where it's you get preferred shopping and everything. This is really just the preferred seating for the expo hall. They didn't say anything about the other halls, and we'll get into that talk in a little bit, but this will just be for the main hall, not the preferred shopping, which has caused problems in the past as somebody who has not done the sorcerer package and watched 40 people march in and then clear off the shelves and march out. But one of the things a question that will come up, I'm sure, for those of you who are not members yet and like, wait, I need to buy my ticket, and you go and sign up right now, they send you an email with the information as far as your membership. So when you try to go to sign on, it may be a little awkward. You may want to send an email through the Shop Disney to get the information, because in the past years when they've done membership only, people will try to buy their ticket the day before, or their membership, and then when it comes time to buy the ticket, the information isn't readily available like it is as a long-term member.
And once again, to kind of highlight a little bit of what D23 is, it features numerous panels and presentations. There's also the Disney Legends Award ceremony. I don't know if you caught GMA this week, but Ming-Na Wen and Robin Roberts were 2019 inductees, and they had quite the reunion there on GMA, really reveling in the fact that they were class of 2019 Disney Legend inductees. It was very sweet. So that's a part of the enjoyment that we have with the D23 Expo. But this year, Jeremiah, they mentioned at the press conference that you were involved with live streaming this year.
Yes. Last time they did a couple of smaller live stream from different events. I want to say they actually did that for the Legends ceremony, where they did the live stream, because I think I was in a different line and kind of watching it on my phone. But they are going to expand the live streaming because of the current state of the world and what could be in September. They are going to do more of it, just like with Destination D, where they did live streaming for everybody. It is not, you don't have to buy a ticket to live stream. You don't have to do anything special. It will be available through all the D23 social media accounts.
And that was one of the things I really enjoyed about the Destination D23 this year. I wasn't able to travel to Florida for it this year, and having access to so much of the content there, the presentation by listening to Dick Nunes and various other of the Her Universe, Ashley Eckstein. Really appreciated the fact that they're making more of that available through live stream. If you're looking for information, you want to read about the D23 Expo, be sure and check out the front page of laughingplace.com. We've got all the details right there, the pricing package, the various events that are are being teased or announced already as we prepare for the arrival of the expo later this year. Jeremiah, I mean, you talked about the sizzle reel that began the event. I mean, what was going through your head?
So the sizzle reel from that, they showed us two. They showed us the sizzle reel that was kind of a recap of 2019, which, you know, like I said, I've gone to every expo. To me, that was the ultimate, like, here, remember how much fun you had? And now we're going to talk about how much fun we're going to have in a few months. It just recapped everything. It showed clips of the masquerade. It showed clips of the floor. One of my favorite times that I've ever done any type of media event was I was able to go into the floor for the expo and watch them open the doors and watch the flood of guests come rushing in and go into their favorite booths. And, you know, the floor, I know I have friends that have gone to expos and don't go to a single panel. They just go to the different booths and everything on the floor. So it's a really fun event. If you've never been, you know, this is definitely going to be a new year to try everything. So go for it. Then at the end, they showed the sizzle reel for the upcoming, which was just so. Uh, yeah, I made a comment that when I was asking questions, that both definitely brought tears to my eyes, and they did very well.
Hi,
This
Caleb.
artwork. Hey, Caleb. This artwork is the logo for this upcoming expo, which is presented by Visa. And you can kind of see, because it's Disney's 100, which is, you know, mentioned at the bottom, Mickey kind of has the silver look. And Expo's always kind of had this kind of beautiful animation look. And this logo is definitely one of my favorites. I like that it's just the simple Mickey with the silver. And I can't wait to next week probably purchase a hat, a shirt. I don't think I need another water bottle, but they look really nice.
And these are some of the items. If help me make sure I'm sharing this correctly, Jeremiah. You were involved in the conference there, but these are items that we'll be able to purchase as we buy our tickets.
Correct. These are just the logo items, and they started doing this. Well, they definitely started doing it last year, where you could purchase right away, because when it comes to Expo, one of the main things is the shopping. And they've seen this merchandise fly off the shelves, and then by the second day, there's nothing available. So with them making it available to guests while they purchase their tickets, they can already have everything ready, you know, weeks, months in advance.
Yeah, and once again, I want to bring us back to the pricing, because I know we're constantly having people joining us. Tickets are going on sale for the Disney D23 Expo that's happening in September. These tickets are going on sale January 20th. And unless you are a Visa card holder and purchasing with a Visa card, they are going to have a pre-sale window that begins on January 19th at 10 a.m. That's a limited quantity of tickets. And then the other ticket sales will open up on January 20th at 10 a.m. as Pacific time. I'm sorry, at 12 p.m. Pacific time on January 20th. That's a Thursday. And yeah, okay. And you can see the pricing here. It's $89 for a single day, $229 for the 3-day. These are gold member pricing. Tickets are only going to be available to Disney D23 members. Gold members, these are paid subscriptions. General membership, there is a complimentary level available to be a member of Disney D23. That is found on the Disney D23 website. You'll scroll just below where you learn about their gold membership offerings. It says, not yet ready to be a gold member. And then there's a link right there that you can click to become a complimentary member. And that will give you access to these middle range price, this middle section that you see here with the $99 pricing. So, and Jeremiah has mentioned, you'll get a confirmation email. If you are thinking about going to this event and purchasing tickets, I would really recommend that you get that straightened out now in the next few days so that you're already ready to go and purchase your tickets on January 20th. Nikki B, I hope you get to go to one of these. I think I've been to all of them at this point so far, and just a really, really great experience. You definitely have to pack your patience because it's a very crowded experience, which most conventions are that I've attended. But overall, I've had a great time. Sometimes I've been to a few presentations, and then other years I just ended up spending my time on the show floor because I was a mom and I had a little one who wasn't going to be quiet in the seminar, so we would just wander the show floor instead. Let's see.
Okay, that's a long. I'm a Disney Rewards Visa Gold Duo member. Need advice? Can I get into the floor? Absolutely, you can get into the floor. The floor is a guarantee for anybody who purchases a ticket to the event. The most panels, you can get into, I would say, at least 75% of the panels that you try for. The exceptions are always the big ones in the D23 Expo hall, and that's usually the Disney Studios, which at times is included animation, at times it hasn't. They do the three big presentations. They do the parks presentation, the studios presentation, and usually the animation presentation. And it's all based off of what's going on. And those are always the big things that everybody is going crazy for, and usually is taking up the news because that's where they announce things. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, the Star Cruiser. In the last year, they brought out Tom Holland and Chris Pratt to talk about, why can't I think of the name of the movie? The Pixar
Onward?
film.
No, Onward.
Onward, yes. And they bring out all the stars and they bring out everything. So that is where, as Rebecca said, packing your patience. You can be in line. Thankfully, they've definitely done some advances since the first one, where you were in line for, some people were in line for 2 days to try to get into one event. They're bringing back Stage Pass. They're bringing back all of those type of things. So
okay.
it will be a nice. That doesn't guarantee, as we found out last time, it doesn't guarantee that you'll get into everything, but it does open up the availability. Go on.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, just to give you a bit of a taste of how large of a experience we're talking about, the Hall D23, that's their main stage. That's a 7,000 seat venue. And then they're also going to have what they call the 3,000 seat, the premier stage area, and a 1,200 seat backlot stage. And then they're also going to have an archive stage that's going to be able to accommodate 700 people for any of those presentations. So you're looking at numerous venues with large seating areas, and sometimes these presentations will overlap with each other. The big hall tends to not have as much, my memory is that the big hall didn't tend to have as much like direct competition, that kind of thing. But okay, so the $800 will get you preferred seating into that main hall. As far as additional elements, that will be depending on the wait time or depending on what you donate your time to, because they have all these various, they have several pop-up stores or shops, and those wait times can vary throughout the day. And so, it'll be kind of dependent upon what's important to you, what your experience is within the expo. Is that a fair way to describe it, Jeremiah?
Yeah, it really is. It's a choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
That is, if you've never been to a convention or an expo, you don't plan on seeing everything. That is not humanly possible, because that is one of the things they take into consideration. Yeah, they want to make sure that everybody can't see everything. They want to make sure you pick what is most important to you.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
For
sure. I wanted to go ahead, Jeremiah.
Doobie, we only know that it is limited. They did not make any type of numbers you know, just as they haven't with the Sorcerer package. It's they have a number of seats, they sell them, and then that's where they go from there. Do I think it's going to sell out? I know it'll sell out, but I don't know if it's going to sell out as quickly as it has in the past, because in the
Yeah,
past it was
I'm
the Sorcerer.
Yeah, and I'm very interested how this separation from a merchandise aspect of it is going to play into that as well. Because I know that there was an element of that within the desire to have the sorcerer package. So I'm interested to see how, now that it's really just access to seating for the big panels, you know, how we're going to see that manifest in the way the sales for this particular level go. But I got excited with the
Oh,
announcement that, thanks to a partnership with Amazon, they are doing a restoration of Walt Disney's Gulfstream, the Mickey Mouse One Walt's plane. And you know, we got to see it for years on the back lot, but you know, it's been gone, and now it's in the midst of this restoration, and they're bringing it to D23 thanks to Amazon.
mhm. Yeah,
So
that was one of those parts. You know, they kind of played it up. They played, oh, and we're being sponsored by Visa, and they talked about some of the smaller things and how the pre-sale, and then they're like, in Amazon, it's taking us to new heights. And one of the things they point out is in next year's, or I'm sorry, this year's D23 Gold membership gift, you get a luggage tag that actually has the tail of the Gulfstream on the tag, and then it leads right into the, we're bringing this back. And I just got so excited because, you know, as they pointed out, it's been backstage here now for 6 years, 7 years, 6 years since they tore down the backlot tour. It's just been hiding somewhere on Disney property, and hiding so well that me, as somebody who goes through all of Disney property, I haven't seen it in that much time. But
yeah.
it is being restored. It will be there. I know it's not going to be available for tours. It's not going to be, you can't go inside of it, but you will be able to take the pictures. I'm sure it will be right in front of the Anaheim Convention Center with it all roped off. And then after that, I'm sure it's going to go get locked up with the Ark of the Covenant and stuck in a warehouse somewhere.
Jeremiah, do you know the answer to Mr. Doobie's question? That is that 800 a ticket that gives you that preferred seating and then access to all the elements of the expo? In essence, that's your admission ticket. It's not an additional fee above the entrance cost. That's my
You
understanding.
know, and
So
we need to stop saying $800 ticket. It is a
sorry,
$900 ticket,
sorry, sorry.
$899. Um, 3 day
Let me pull it.
ticket, $899, limited quantities. Yes, so that is your 3 day ticket.
That is your 3-day ticket, and that is
Yes.
how that will be your 3-day ticket. So it's funny it doesn't have like a fun little name. I'm so used to everything having fun little names, you know, like
I
the
think that I I think after last, I mean, I not to talk bad about the sorcerer package, but I, as somebody over the, you know, what they did that, I think 4 years or 4 expos, um, and it definitely got to the point where it was, you kind of felt the different in levels, like everybody else, and then the
right,
sorcerer package. So
right.
with this, they're changing. But one of the things that they did call out, that we go back to the merch, was something they did last year, or last time. Last year, God, I wish it was last year. They did the RSP, the random selection process for
Hmm.
guests who bought the tickets, and they're bringing that back this year.
Okay, so
And
let's talk about
yeah,
what the random selection process is in practice. That means as a guest, I do what?
so you'll purchase your tickets, and then, you know, 2 months, 3 months prior, uh, no doobie, there was no discount, there was no talk of anything for annual pass holders or any key holders. Sorry, I wanted to call that out really quick. Um, they will send you the merchandise guide, which this isn't the Mickey's of Glendale. You don't get RSP for Mickey's of Glendale. This will be all the stuff from the D23 shops, such as the Shop Disney, Disney Store shop, or the official shop. You'll go through, you'll say, you know, I really want this pin. So you put a 1 next to the pin. You go through, you want this shirt, you want this hat, because all that merchandise will be limited. You send it in, and you send in your credit card. They send you back with a, hey, this is what you were randomly selected to be able to purchase. So that pin you may have gotten, you may not have gotten the shirt. Uh, but you are guaranteed to get that merchandise prior. You don't have to wait in a 3-hour line. You don't have to show up at 5 o'clock the night before to try to rush the store. And yes, those are all facts of things that have happened in the past. They will have the bag waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did choose that you want the pin, and then you go, maybe I don't want the pin, they give you an opportunity to remove that before they process everything. So it is a great opportunity to save at least a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the Walt Disney Imagineering Mickey's of Glendale shop, that's not part of it. Some of the other shops that they may have available, which they change what shops are there every time, which is one of my favorite things of just
Yes.
seeing the map of the floor and trying to figure out my plan of attack.
Uh-huh. No, like I say, for me, I have been able to fill my day with activities and fun, just the show floor, not even venturing into presentations, because there's just so much to see. I know, 1 year, one of the big highlights for people was the ability to jump into Uncle Scrooge's money bin and getting your picture taken in the money bin. And my son Gideon loved, they had a wonderful exhibit featuring a variety of toys from the various Disney Junior franchises, Doc McStuffins, and even cars were there and things like that. And we enjoyed that. And then one of the things that they did in the most recent event was they had venues right there within the show floor that were very dynamic in nature. Disney Plus, just not even these aren't moments where I went and I waited in line and I entered a room. These were moments where walking along the show floor, Disney Plus had a stage and Jeff Goldblum would be there talking about his show. Or Bill Farmer, the voice of Goofy, was there talking about some of the projects he was working on for Disney Plus, that dog series that he had. They had some of the individuals involved in the Day at Disney presentation that was that series on Disney Plus. These were all things that were right there. You're just walking by on your way maybe to go pick up some Jelly Bellies, and all of a sudden you could stop and listen to that. Another presentation I heard in that kind of venue was Chris Merritt, the book, that book set, that beautiful book set celebrating Mark Davis. There was a presentation, and there was a formal presentation in one of these large venues, but I just sat down in front of a stage there on the show floor and watched kind of I would call it like a snippet, like a piece of that presentation was presented right there on the show floor with beautiful images from the book and maybe tales that were just a little bit different than what he shared in that larger venue. And so there's a lot of activity and a very dynamic nature. And one of the elements of the D23 Expo that's so much fun is all the costumes. And this year they announced that the Disney D23 Expo's Masquerade, this is kind of the formalized costume contest, is going to be hosted by Nina West, Yvette Nicole Brown, Ashley Eckstein, and Ali, is it Mackey? I'm going to say Mackey. I hope I'm right.
It's Mackey, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And they are going to be the judges for the this year's Masquerade contest. And there's actually 4 categories they're going with. They're going with what they call off the screen, Imagine That, magical mashups, and a cast of characters, as well as fan favorite and various like best in show that are going to be voted on by the by the audience there. And the prize is 2,300. So
yeah,
that's
not bad.
pretty bad.
Yeah, and as Tony points out, yes, Allie was Giggle McDimples in Toy Story 4 and everything else. Yeah, so the categories they kind of called out what the categories were a little bit more. The Imagine That is kind of remaking your idea, kind of bounding, that type of stuff. The
Okay.
off the screen is more of the cosplay, the dead on, and then
Mm-hmm.
there was the group, which
Um,
one of the things that Ashley called out last year or last time, she came out dressed as Alice in Wonderland because that's her favorite animated character, and there was a set of princesses that came out in the group, and they all
the
reached down,
teacups.
yes, picked up their dresses
They're
and turned
so
into the
amazing.
teacups. And then they all turned and they showed us the video of Ashley jumping out of her seat and running over and jumping in with them and twirling also. Yeah, the masquerade is, it's really the celebration of, that's kind of, I don't want to say the Oscars, but that's the big point for a lot of the Disney fans. I know that in the past there have been people waiting in line for that like the day before because they want to be part of that, and it is something that is huge. One of the things that you were talking about with the Disney Plus stage from last year or from last time, I keep saying year, was the announcement of Candace Saves the Universe, and they brought out everybody from Phineas and Ferb, and they all sat there and talked about it. And I was lucky enough to be sitting front row for that, and it was just such a fun event because I was at San Diego Comic Con for the final Phineas and Ferb panel, and then to watch them all reunite on stage and to announce the next big thing, which was the Candace Saves the Universe. And they talked about it, and you could see how much they all loved Phineas and Ferb, and that's something that's special about that. I'm sorry, I'm looking for my video of me jumping in the money pit to share. Um, but it was just, you could tell how much that meant to them. And all day long, that Disney Plus stage, like you said, Jeff Goldblum was there. They just brought up random stars to talk about what was going on with Disney Plus. And of course, that was our first chance to purchase Disney Plus, which you could
Mm-hmm.
purchase 3 years at a discounted rate, which means hopefully they have something this year so we can purchase 3 more years.
Good point. Good point. Get us all with our renewal time. Oh, I'm
Yes,
looking
and
forward. I know
go.
for me, I'm very much looking forward to, I'm really, really, really fingers crossed hoping that there's some sort of Grogu uh
Oh,
photo op type scenario. I would love to be able to see that Pram and Grogu maybe up close. I don't know if that's something that they can do, but that would
well,
be awesome.
remember a couple of years ago when they had the balloons out front that they
Yes.
used in the Macy's Day. So who knows? Maybe we will
You
see
never know.
something like that.
I
I'm
know.
sure that
I'm sure
Grogu
we'll see.
and
I'm sure we'll see costuming from some of the Disney from some of the Disney Plus programs that have been on. I know, right? Yeah. See, I just don't know if I can totally see them having Din Djarin's like Mandalorian Beskin suit there, but whether or not Grogu will end up being there, I'm unsure. But boy, would I love it! Boy, would I love a
yeah,
Grogu meet and greet.
I mean we have a few more months, and who knows what will come in between now and September from Disney
So
Plus.
true.
Uh, I
So
mean,
true.
well, remember last time, um, Kathleen Kennedy was up on stage during the Star Wars presentation of the Disney Studios, and she brought out Ewan McGregor,
McGregor,
and
uh-huh.
yeah, said, "Are you going to be playing Obi-Wan?" And he confirmed for the first time publicly, yes. And now we're just waiting for the Obi-Wan series. So that's one of my favorite parts. The theme park presentation for me is the biggest because that's
Yes.
always been my life. The movies and the TV stuff is amazing. Like I can't tell you how much of a memory I have. I want to say it was the second, maybe third. I'm sure Tony can correct me on the years. Um, when they announced Frozen, and I was there, regular guest by myself, and I was outside, and this was when it was the big stage was in the arena,
Mm.
which wasn't that big, but I walked up and I'm like, I'm just one person. Can I get in? I ended up sitting on the floor, which would now be where sorcerers were. So it's probably or the preferred seating. I was so close to um,
I'm not sure who you're trying to think of.
all I can think in my head right now is Adela Dazeem. Um,
Oh, and Gina Menzel?
Elsa, thank you. Yes, I was. She came out and sang "Let It Go" for the first time in the world to us right there, and I was
Yeah.
right there. And then one of my personal favorite stories. This is one of those things that I'm always a bit bitter that they can't film in the arenas, but when um, when Loki. Um,
Okay. Tom Hiddleston.
Thank you. Wow, I'm having such a hard time with names.
Okay, you're getting
Came
old,
out.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, I know. This is my sixth, the D23 Expo. He came out to talk about he was in the Tinkerbell movies as Captain Hook,
Okay.
and he talked about how he went in to audition years before he became anything, and he sang the Bare Necessities. And I'm sitting there.
Oh, I lost Jeremiah just as he was about to share a wonderful moment. Well, I guess I'll talk a little bit about some of my favorite memories. I I will never forget seeing, I know, and this is just so bizarre. I still can't even believe myself, but um seeing Miley Cyrus perform her song "The Climb" live when she was just beginning to kind of make that transition away from the world of Hannah Montana. That was an amazing moment. And then not long after that, Johnny Depp was on stage as Captain Jack Sparrow in character. It was very clear that this was not terribly scripted and he was just kind of there. It was such an unreal moment in time. And each year, D23 somehow manages to pull out those kinds of moments. Which one were you about to share?
When Tom Hiddleston came out and he was talking about auditioning for Disney years prior, he talked about how he came in and sang the Bare Necessities for his audition. If there was a video, you would hear this one schmo sitting in the audience yelling, "Sing it!" And he ended up singing it, which is in one of the sizzle reels. But one of my all-time favorite moments was the first expo when we were sitting in the room and the Mark Twain came out, and it was all the Muppets and Kermit just sang the Rainbow Connection, and just the tears that were coming out of my eyes at that point. You know, it really is one of those things. If you are a Disney fan, this is where you need to be September 9th through the 11th. Like nothing else.
Fun.
Yeah, that meme of Ariel thinking, "I want to be where the people are," and then there will be the D23 Expo logo above her. So just make your plan to start purchasing your tickets the 19th or the 20th.
And once again, one of the wonderful things that Disney's D23's begun to embrace more, do be giving Jeremiah a little jab about his emotional reaction to Onward. But one of the things that D23's been embracing more, we saw it with the recent Disney, is it D23 celebration?
D23.
Thank you, Destination D23. Yeah. They're doing more live streaming, and they announced that that is going to be a component of this year's D23 Expo. So if maybe you're not yet at a point where you want to journey into a room of thousands upon thousands of individuals, or maybe just travel just isn't within the budget this year, totally stay tuned to Laughing Place. We'll give you more information about that. Follow D23 on Twitter. These will be the ways that you can watch several. I don't know how, they haven't said exactly how many yet, but they're going to be releasing the schedule and letting us know some of these live stream events that will be available from the expo. So you'll be able to experience it in the moment and be able to jump on Twitter and enjoy, you know, that camaraderie. Because that's one of the things that I love about the Disney D23 Expo is being surrounded by so many fans, and everywhere you go, you encounter somebody who loves something kind of niche as much as you do, right? You're going to find the person who maybe, you know, adores Powerline, or notice, you know, oh, what's the name? Her name's going to escape me in the moment, but the gal.
Okay. I've been doing the same thing.
I know, but it's one of those places where you will find the most niche little moments of Disney magic celebrated by somebody, and you'll find that camaraderie, and it's a lot of fun, a lot of cosplay, a lot of bounding. I am
I need to
very,
send you
very
this
much excited.
picture. There is a picture that is the ultimate, like, really, this is such the corner. And this was, you know, a couple of years ago, before Goofy Movie really became the biggest thing in the world, as it should always be. Oh, where is it?
And once again, tickets are going on sale January 20th. That's a Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific for Disney D23 members. If you're a gold member, you can see the pricing here is $89 for a single day, or $229 for a 3-day. If you are a member of that complimentary level of D23, that's also available. You do not. There is a way to be a member of D23 without an annual fee, and that can be found on their website. Simply scroll just beyond their gold membership plans, and you can see not ready to be a gold member, and then you can sign up to be a complimentary member of D23, and you see the ticket price there. It's a 1-day ticket of $99 with a 3-day ticket of $279. These are the adult prices. If you're someone who is interested in a preferred seating, that means they're going to have a section guaranteed to you within the large hall D23 venue. That's usually the showcase stage where their premiere events happen. That's an $899 ticket. That's going to be very limited. Be sure to check out our article on laughingplace.com to learn more about all of these different tickets and the various offerings happening at Disney D23. Once again, that's on the front page of laughingplace.com right now. We've got the information there, or obviously Disney D23 also has that information as well. And I'm looking to see exactly what their URL is. It's D23Expo.com is their website. So.
And one of the other things, you know, we talk a lot about the floor and the different shops, and you know, there's always something about the upcoming animation. There's always the WDI, which last time showed us all about Avengers Campus and the Halcyon, the Galactic Star Cruiser. But we also, you know, something that you can never overlook is the archives. And this year, the archives is going to showcase 100 years of Disney because it's the 100th anniversary. So we'll be seeing things dating back to, you know, the paper that Walt and Roy signed to start the company. I'm sure we'll see some original Mickey stuff, some Oswald stuff, all the way up to, you know, who knows what they will show us. In the past years, they had the miniature, and by miniature, I want to say it was 20 some odd feet tall and like 16 feet long, the Black Pearl model.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the costuming, which was just amazing. So they always have
Didn't
something
they have the
out there.
Didn't they have a phantasmic dragon head?
Yes, they had the
remembering that
Phantasmic
correctly?
Dragon head.
Yeah, so it's amazing some of the items that you can see. Another thing I remember from those types of exhibits was a developmental video on Flight of Passage, and some of what went into its creation, and the dedication to that story of Avatar. So lots of different. Oh yeah, they had the Tron cycle, didn't they? We got to see the Tron cycle.
That was the first expo, and that was when Tron Legacy was coming out. And that, you know, a lot of things have changed over the years. And one of the things, every time I see Jeffrey or Michael Vargo, that I always attack them about was the how the first year they had the opportunity where guests could almost stay throughout the evening and watch different movies. And they had Tron playing, and they had some of the classic films. But that was such a me thing to enjoy, where I would go in there and sit and watch the entire movie, and then I'd look around and I'd see people falling asleep, or I'd see like me and two other people. So they always have something unique. And one of the things that we talked about briefly was the stages, and the premiere stage, which is the 3,000 seat venue. That is actually new for this year. That's in the
Okay.
new building that was expanded um, prior to 2019. I want to say it was 2018 was when they finished the expansion of the entire building, and this will be in that corner area. So yes, there will be more space. My question to everybody is, what are we looking at for the numbers? And something they pointed out, that even though only D23 members can purchase tickets in the past years, the majority of people that have bought tickets were D23 members. It wasn't always the regular guests that just want to come and visit. It was always the members, the diehards, we must be there to learn about not one but two Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, or the world of Avatar, or whatever the next big thing will be. I mean, I'm guessing if I was to put money down, we'll definitely learn about the expansion for the Avengers campus in both
Oh, that's your
Disney
expectation, huh?
California Adventure, because that's the attraction we don't know. But then again, what else will we see? What
Who
new
knows?
things that we don't even have on our radar will they announce?
Who knows what they'll announce? And then you never know what can be birthed out of D23 as well, because we've seen. I am convinced. I am convinced that thanks to the D23 Expo, is how Wing Chao ended up with his guest spot on The Mandalorian. I am convinced that it was because of the way that D23 brings together. Not only does it bring us together as fans, but it brings together the creative minds within Marvel, within Star Wars, within Disney itself. They're all kind of in that same venue as well. And so you have Jon Favreau is there, and Wing Chao gives his speech and talks about his hope to be an actor. And then we see him, in Star Wars Mandalorian. In my head canon is it happened because of that. I have no evidence or proof, but that's the story I've created in my own little universe. So
Yeah, there's so much that happens at the expo. I mean, I can't say this enough. If you're a fan of Disney, this is the place. September 9th through the 11th, go. Um, you know, it's very nice that it's right across the street from Disneyland. So if you want to decide that you want to spend time at the park, you can go do that before the expo, before the expo starts. Because once you're there, you don't leave until it's done.
as we begin to wrap up,
But
Jeremiah, I just want to make sure. I know you were there for the press conference, and you were learning about this information, and D23 has been sharing it out there. Laughing Place has an article on the front page. Anything as we begin to wrap things up that you want to make sure we talk about.
I don't think that there's anything else. I'm trying to think of everything we went over, and that's one of the hardest things about this press conference was like, go, go, go. Wait, what? It really is. Everything right now is you buy your ticket. We don't have show information. We don't have panel information. So from somebody who's been there every single time, it is worth every single cent that you will spend. So just buy your ticket. You'll learn more as it gets closer to September. If you're a Disney fan and you want to experience everything, well,
Yeah,
if you want to wait in line to try to experience everything, that's where you go.
There's plenty of videos and articles out there about past expos if you're unsure. But really think of all of these various local conventions or cons that you've been to, and then just if as a passionate fan, if you want to be there amongst all of these other fans and kind of hear first some of the exciting things on the horizon for Disney, Pixar, Marvel, National Geographic, Star Wars, That's all going to be here. It's a 3-day event. It's in Anaheim, California, September 9th through the 11th. Tickets begin sales on January 20th at noon. However, if you are a Visa card holder and paying with the Visa card, they are doing a limited pre-sale offering on January 19th at 10 a.m. All that information can be found within our articles on the front page of Laughing Place regarding the Disney D23 Expo. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Jeremiah, for bringing us the latest and greatest and sharing your memories of Expos past. And I am super excited. I know a lot of the Laughing Place team is going to be at the Expo, not only to be reporting on the events, but we also are excited to meet and chat with fellow Disney fans. So lots of fun ahead this year. I'm excited.
I can't wait. By far, one of the things that we did skip over was the fact that we always have a booth, and Rebecca and Doobie will be there. Gideon, who is always the star, will be there. So it's a great chance to walk by, meet everybody, say hi, spend some time talking with us nerdy people, and just enjoy the time of being a Disney fan.
It'll be a lot of fun. We look forward to seeing as many of you as attend as can come by. We're looking forward to it. So I guess that's it for now. I'm going to be back in just a couple of hours to talk all things Star Wars with Mike Celestino, including the latest episode of the Book of Boba Fett. So be sure to come back by around 4 o'clock Pacific. That's when we'll be right back here on YouTube. But for now, all the best. Have a great day. Bye.